What's up, everybody? Welcome to Biockickz 3 Raw TV. This article was actually sent to me from a couple different people, including Teresa. So thank you, Teresa, who actually sent me the link to the video. ABC News talks about former bodybuilder says she went from bodybuilder to body lover. And it's got the pictures of this girl who was a competitive bikini competitor, not a bodybuilder. So I don't know what they keep saying bodybuilder. She's not a bodybuilder. She's a bikini competitor. And she decided to free herself from competing in her regimen and become, love herself more is what she said. And people are applauding her, and she's, she basically went from, stage ready to not training, I guess. I mean, she looks like she doesn't train now. And, Teresa hit me up and wanted to know my opinion on it. I'm assuming that she wants to know because she knows I'm not going to pull any punches. I'm going to tell the truth. Now, all I can give is my opinion, okay? So I don't know what's in this girl's head, but they said in this article on the video that she started training because people were telling her she had too much cellulite. She was too fat to begin with. She would get her balls busted. So right off the bat, it tells me that she wasn't really taking care of herself and she was already in kind of shitty shape. And she gets her balls busted now, out of being insecure and listening to other people. She jumps into something which she didn't know what she was getting herself into, right? So now she's already not happy with how she looks because she has too much cellulite, right? People are fucking with her. She's upset about it. She doesn't like the way it looks and probably had a skewed version of herself until people pointed out that she was actually fat. Now she gets freaked out, starts a bodybuilding thing. The picture of her, she didn't look that good. So I'm willing to bet she got her ass handed to her on stage. And despite the fact that she lost the weight and people around her at school and stuff were probably like, oh, wow, you did a good job. You look good. You now think, well, I'm doing good, I look good, I'm going to fucking crush, I'm going to slay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. Your ego gets a little out of control. And this happens with a lot of people when they lose weight. Their ego gets way the fuck out of control. You go to these shows, you get your fucking ass handed to you. I mean, you get fucking stomped. She really didn't look good. So, I mean, she looked okay. She looked good for a regular person, but she didn't look that good in the picture. So, you get your ass handed to you now are fucking crushed. So now, your regimen of training, it said that she had a regimen of going to the gym and counting calories, and she had to free herself from that. You were counting calories and going to the gym. What the fuck is so bad about that? If you're fucking overweight and you're fat, you need to do those things. You have to go to the gym, you have to count your fucking macros. It's just what you want to be lazy. That's what I'm getting out of this is she put the work into it and then get crushed, and she was just like, that's too much work to get crushed. And I don't want to be in this environment where I'm really nobody. Like, I'm somebody at school when I'm losing weight, but when I go into this thing, I'm getting my ass handed to me. Nobody gives a fuck about me, and I'm nobody. So now it's kind of like, I don't want to do that. I don't want to work harder and then beat people and do better. I don't want to really push it further than I am. I don't want to work hard. I want to do just what I did. And since it's not working for me and I'm not getting the attention and I'm not doing well, fuck it, I'm out. And then what happens is, when she decides she doesn't want to do that, she puts these pictures up of herself. Now, I wouldn't say she's like a fat mess. She's not on my 600-pound life, right? But, in bodybuilding standards and bikini standards, she's a chunky little fucking monkey right now, right? So, I mean, she got the rolls on her stomach and shit. And people applaud her for it. Now she's getting attention. She's getting positive attention for looking fatter. So now she says she's happy. You know why? Because she's getting positive attention because the people that are fucking lazy, that can't get their asses on a fucking program, that can't go to the gym, it reinforces to them that it's okay to be fat. So they look at her as a hero because she was doing it and now she's lazy as fucking gets fat. So now they have to be fat. I mean, they're already fat to begin with. So they can say, oh, wow, we look up to you. Thank you so much for the inspiration. For what? The inspiration to be lazy and fat? Let's break it down to like the most primal, basic fucking caveman level of our DNA. When we see, as a male, we see a woman that is very overweight. Now, there are some fetish motherfuckers out there that do weird shit like that. But you actually have something deep embedded in your fucking brain, in your DNA, that says that that woman right there that's really, really heavy is not really the best health-wise to have a baby, to procreate. It's the same way with guys, and a lot of the women like the abs and this and that and the attractiveness, etc. It's actually, and don't get me wrong, different people have different tastes, but in our DNA, the bigger, stronger guy who can give the better child in our DNA is what women are usually attracted to, which is why, they may look at their fat husband like, I love him, he's so great, and then they look at Brad Pitt with the abs and go, oh, I love Brad Pitt. Marky Mark, oh, I love Marky Mark. They kind of gravitate towards that. It's a primal thing. It's not a dickhead thing. It's not a vain thing. It's a primal thing. So, I don't think anyone actually looks at someone who's fat and says, you look fucking great. I wish I could look like you. You don't hear that. You see the girl that's got the tight, they don't have to be ripped abs, but the girl that's got the tight little butt and the tight abs, they go, oh, I wish I looked like that, but I don't have the willpower, and then they shove a fucking onion ring in their mouth. You know what I mean? Or I hear guys constantly like, I want to burn off my belly fat. If I hear the word belly, tummy, if you're a guy saying that shit, shut the fuck up. You sound stupid. You got to be an 8-year-old kid if you're a guy saying that shit. Women say it, I don't give a fuck. But men, tummy, belly, that's fucking stupid. Stop saying that shit. It's retarded. Now, I get it all the time. I want to burn this fat off. I want to look better. Well, do you want to put the work in? You know, you got the abs. They're there. You want to put the fucking work in? You'll get it. You don't want to put the work in? You won't get it. And 9 out of 10 times, they don't put the work in because they're fucking lazy. Now, this girl comes along and gives the lazy people someone to look up to and be like, it's okay to look my worst. You're not looking your best. This girl's not looking her best. She's a young girl and she's already fucking overweight. She was already overweight before she started this shit. Where do you think this trend's going to go now? You know, like, I mean, you want to be fat? I don't give a fuck. But I don't think many fat people look in the mirror. And I've known quite a few people over the years that I've trained that looks in the mirror and looks at themselves and says, I'm happy looking like this. I'm happy having my belly hang over my fucking pants. I'm happy when I walk feeling my fucking butt jiggle. I am happy with a 40-inch fucking waist that looks like fucking Santa Claus. Nobody ever comes to me and says that. They actually come to me because they don't want that anymore. And, you know, I've had people that don't necessarily work out and they've said stuff like, oh, you know, I wish I could lose weight. And I'm like, you're not even trying. Why aren't you even trying? Like, you're not, I mean, I hang out with you. I watch what you eat, and unfortunately, I don't pull punches sometimes even with my friends, and I'm like, I watch what you eat. You think I'm a fucking slob. What the fuck is wrong with you? No, you're not going to have abs eating like that. What the fuck? You'd be like, well, so-and-so doesn't. They have abs. Well, that's not you. Their genetics are better. You know, so I think that, you know, this whole thing, you know, they're glorifying it. Calling her a bodybuilder, first of all, that's fucking stupid. Second of all, you know, her deciding to not compete and doing this was not about loving herself, because if she really loved herself, she wouldn't have got involved in the fucking competing thing to begin with. She would have, whoever said that you're too fat and you have cellulite, she would have been like, I don't care, and laughed it off and walked away. The problem is she has insecurities, and she's looking for reinforcements from other people so that they will give her what she needs to feel good about herself. And since she probably wasn't getting that when she was competing because she wasn't that good, you know, nobody's telling her you're going to be pro, you're going to be in magazines, you're awesome, you're this, you're that. She probably had 20 girls lined up in her class that looked better than her. And when you walk out there, that humbles the fuck out of you real quick. Now all of a sudden, that person who's insecure, that's looking for people to give her the reassurance that she is good enough or she is somebody, she's getting it now with this. So all this is doing is actually making her go in the opposite direction of actually being healthy. Because I guarantee you, I mean, if this girl looks like this now, and she's not super fat, don't get me wrong, but as a teenager, if you're overweight as a teenager, studies are out there. More than likely, it's going to continue. When you graduate high school, you gain more in college. When you get out of college, it becomes worse. Very few times do you see the reverse happen where the person is heavy in high school and eventually loses weight and gets in good shape later on in life. I see the people that I went to high school with, and many of them, the weight goes up and up and up and up year after year after year after year, and I see them and I see pictures, and then I'm like, they're not reeling it in. They're not taking control. They're not taking responsibility. And, you know, they don't say they don't care. They never say they don't care. They don't say, oh, I don't give a shit, I'm 100 pounds overweight. They never say that. You know, what they usually say is like, oh, you know, I got family, I got kids. Excuses 101. Excuse after excuse after excuse. Instead of just saying, I'm not going to eat fried chicken today, I'm going to have fucking grilled chicken and some rice. I'm going to have, you know, egg whites instead of having fucking onion rings. You know, just shit like that. Making poor choices. They just don't want to do it. So, you know, my opinion on this girl, Teresa, and whoever else is out there wondering is, you know, she failed at doing something that she thought was going to give her the comfort from being insecure, and she didn't get that. And she just fucking reversed gears and said, fuck it, because it is a lot of work if you're going to go out and get your fucking ass stomped and feel like shit on top of that. So you feel like shit because you're fat, you feel like shit because you're not good enough here. You go the opposite way and make up this bullshit about how I need to love myself, because that's a big thing. Loving yourself, no bullying. I mean, there's a lot of shit out there that's being pushed, and it's easy to latch onto it and say, well, I'm doing this because I love myself now. People can't argue with that. People can't tell you you're stupid for that. People can't tell you you're an asshole for not doing the competitions anymore if you step out of it and say, I'm doing this to better myself and to love myself. So at that point, everybody just kind of shuts the fuck up. But that doesn't mean that this girl deep down inside is happier now. BibleStudyTraining@gmail.com. Leave comments down below, but don't fight. www.BibleStudy.com is a blog, and so if you're not happy, do something about it. Bicep, and we're